It's not ballast.
Still little bits of railway cars.
In the corner, yeah.
So as you can imagine, this was built in 1832. It was very rudimentary. The people that built the navvies built this. They've mainly been building canal tunnels. That was where the experience of tunnel building came from. So obviously, when you're going to build your first tunnel, you mark obviously the just ground land above it. They mark one end, mark the other end, and then they put in a series of shafts. Large shafts are meant to go down, and then what I would think are marker shafts. And then you go down, and all the tunnel would have been attacked from both ends and from inside the shaft, north and south. So obviously, what they did, they dug from one end, so the large shaft you can see down there, and you get to the minute, towards that. And obviously, there's points where, if you look down the wall here, you can see that the tunnel moves left and right. We say it's straight, but by all accounts, each wall is, if you they measured the walls in here, and I think there's a difference of a couple of feet. Is it inches or feet? Mike?
Is it inches, I think?
It's about 4 inches. One side is longer than the other side. So the wall comes along, it goes in and out. As you can see, you put down my floor, quite a shallow.
That's all right.
So obviously the tunnel was straight because that's what they built. They were used to building straight tunnels for the canals because obviously the canal bugs didn't build tunnels with curves. You know, the canal bug, but that things coming away. So they were used to building straight tunnels, but not for railways. There were no twin alleys, and many of those travelled from side to side, living locally in tents or, basic accommodation. Payday was a lively day by all accounts. Plenty of drinking, gambling, maybe other activities. I'll use your imagination. I'm told they lived on beer and beef, but they didn't like the beef much. Any questions? No.
See where I'm going? Because I'm prone to tripping up. I always get asked by somebody when I walk with a torch, says, why do you walk with a torch facing down? I said, because if there's an object in your way, at least you can see it. But I'm such a klutzy devil, I have to walk and look out for objects.
So remember the last arch way down there, you can see it's like a horseshoe shape. This one's got a flat top. I don't think the tunnel's coming. No, it's fine, it was fine. No. Obviously the strength has been put around it and that's how it is. We think that's just the way it was built. I don't think it's any movement or land. And the way the tunnels are built, if you build the arch like this, the bricks actually come together to be stronger as they come together. So it is a very strong tunnel. I've been doing this, this is on my 7th year, but there's never been any dead beams or anything on the floor. It's a really stable tunnel.
What's that white stuff? Is it no name?
Right, so what there is, the concrete does not touch the wall at all. The concrete is not allowed to touch the brick because it's listed. So that if you look carefully, that bubbly stuff is like a foam, it's like a carpet underlay. And then that, I think, is just expansion stuff they put on the wall before they put the concrete down. So the concrete doesn't actually touch the brickwork. So if somebody in the future said, oh, we can't have concrete in here, that's, it's against the process, you can take the concrete out, it won't drag all the bricks out. If you look carefully as you get closer, this stuff, you can see here, to the brick concrete, it's like they put a carpet underlay, then they put the concrete on to protect the bricks from the concrete. That's quite clever, really.
He's seeing it when we talk. Yeah. Very clever.
The trains at the time was very small, we built, didn't know what trains was going to be. Trains were smaller, and trains were
Yep. Yeah. I think this is as far as you can.
This is all sand, see, but I don't know if you notice, this is sand, see. It looks soft and wet, it's actually solid. It's actually, if you touch it, it's actually it's down here low enough, but if you touch the stuff, or the back there, it's harder than concrete. Yes, it's just like a stalactite, you can see it. So before we entered under this last strength, this is the large ventilation shaft. A picture of where the lady's driving. We were doing the tours last year, and we used to come under here on the first weekend. Second weekend, come in the garden. She'd heard us, she'd been stood in the garden, heard us down here. She'd hear these voices, she'd come out from the cup of tea, and the voices. Pass her around, so you can see the tunnel on there, in her garden. She heard us and came down and had a walk on the tour. She'd never been on the tour. So she actually come and see what her garden looked like from underneath.
Oh yeah, wow.
Yes, you cannot, they're listed, so you cannot take the ventilation shafts down, they cannot be damaged, you can't be done.
Nick?
You've got to look after them and maintain them.
You know, you go frisbee for breakfast down to the bay.
Oh, there you go, guys. That's right.
Obviously, there's one on New Parks Way, I think many of you may have known that one. If you go on New Parks Way, you can see it. There's 13 shafts, some in private land, some are on public land, so you've got to see some of them. As you move under here, you will see daylight. Yes, so that's very clever. The dry piece, where you see it's dry and wet, the dry piece is above land. The wet part is where it's underground. I think this one's 80 metres. Right? Yeah, it's 80 metres. So on each corner, if you look here, you can see on the, some of you see that side, there's the stones, 4 stones at low levels in the wall.
Whoa.
We think they would have held the cross beam, would have held the crane for lowering the stuff down and lifting the people up. So during the build, a contractor called Daniel Jowett actually fell down one of these shafts, and we don't know which one. Bless him, he died. But somebody kept hold of his name, and he's actually one of the streets above here, he's named after him. So, yeah. Any questions? You're very quiet today. Well, this is the end of the tour, unfortunately. We are 1/4 mile in the tunnel. If you notice on the way out, there was a 3.25 mile marker. There's now a 3.5 mile marker. This is not the original sign. The original sign is, we do own the, or do have the original signs, markers, but we've done a wooden one. So another photo opportunity. Anyone wants their photograph taken?
There you go, everyone. There you go, guys. Let me just stand this side so you can get a picture. There you go. To say this is from Lidl, it's not bad torches. I can't believe how far it goes. Right, the batteries are going in it, but to say it goes right down to the end.
I just go to the end. I can tell you the end's still a mile and a quarter.
Yeah, or whether, is it the...
You can see the shafts.
Yeah, the last, the next shaft down, that's what I think where it's got to, but... For a 20 quid thing. Do you want the mic down there, sweetheart? Yeah? Might need the other one.